Power rarely lives in open confrontation. It lives in systems. And every system, a company, a family, a social circle, has its own court. If you ignore that reality, you don't become authentic. You become invisible or expendable. The perfect courtier understands something most people refuse to accept. Talent alone is never enough. Every environment has unspoken rules. Who speaks freely? Who gets listened to? Who is allowed to challenge ideas? And who isn't? Most people break these rules without realizing it. They speak too honestly. They correct the wrong person. They confuse confidence with confrontation. And then they wonder why doors quietly close. Consider a modern workplace. Two employees have equal skill. One gets promoted, the other stays stuck. The difference isn't competence, it's social intelligence. The courtier doesn't announce their brilliance. They make others feel brilliant in their presence. They know when to speak, and when silence builds more power. A common mistake is oversharing effort. People believe hard work should be visible. They want credit for late nights, stress, sacrifice. But power doesn't reward effort. It rewards results delivered with ease. The courtier makes difficult things look natural, effortless, almost inevitable. This creates an illusion of mastery, and illusions matter. Another mistake is direct criticism. Telling a superior they're wrong, even politely, often fails. Not because the point is incorrect, but because ego hears attack before logic. The courtier never criticizes directly. They ask questions. They tell stories. They present outcomes, not accusations. Instead of saying, "This won't work," they say, "I'm curious what happens if..." The message lands, without resistance. Now apply this to relationships. People lose influence by trying to win arguments. They prove points and lose power. The courtier understands that emotional dominance beats logical victory. They don't embarrass. They don't corner. They let others arrive at conclusions themselves. That's influence. Another rule: never make yourself a source of discomfort. People avoid unpleasant energy instinctively. Complaining, negativity, constant seriousness. The perfect courtier becomes a source of relief, not entertainment, stability, not flattery, reassurance. People feel better after interacting with them, and that feeling is remembered. But here's the paradox. You must be noticed without demanding attention. Invisible people don't rise, but loud people attract resistance. The courtier becomes visible through timing. They speak at the right moment. They contribute when it matters. They allow silence to amplify their words. This makes their presence feel rare and valuable. Adaptation is another overlooked weapon. Treating everyone the same sounds virtuous. In reality, it's careless. Different people require different energy, different language, different levels of formality. This isn't dishonesty, it's intelligence. The courtier adjusts without losing identity. One final warning: never confuse familiarity with power. Being too comfortable with decision-makers destroys leverage. Friendliness is earned, never assumed. Distance preserves authority. Respect keeps doors open. The perfect courtier doesn't dominate rooms. They shape them. They don't fight systems. They move through them. They understand that power flows to those who master people, not by force, but by grace, timing, and restraint. If you want influence, don't challenge the system head-on. Learn it. Navigate it. Use it. Because in every court, ancient or modern,
The one who understands the game always outlives the one who ignores it.